Hold on. Hey, you guys, and welcome to Haunted Storytime. The stories are true, but the characters are family, and friends. If you're new to my page, please subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that like button, that bell button, so that you can get notified every time I drop a video or I go live. Also, if you're part of the replay game, please don't forget to close the door, which means thumbing up the live. And if you would like to tip for the stories or be a part of story time, you can tip by doing that through the super thanks at the bottom of this video. It's the symbol with the heart with the dollar sign in it. You'll find it. But yes, so now thanks in advance. Now to everybody that's actually in the live that didn't close Auntie door when they came in. Let me get up here and see. Hey Evelyn, hey Tay Tay, hey Marcus, hey Reality, hey Jamaica. Thank you, Tay Tay. Let me go ahead and post that pin at the top. Thank you, Tay Tay, for putting that up there already. Thank you so much. Hey Kay, hey Keita. Keita, you on the story time tonight. Hey Miss D. Hey Trina. Yes, girl, I missed you too. You've been missing, so yes, I missed you too, love. Hey Suki Hatter. Hey Jasmine. Hey August. Yes, you've been missing too. Now just be skipping class. Okay, because Grace gonna show at the end. Grace gonna show at the end if y'all don't close my door. Hey Lakeisha, hey Deja Keisha, hey Reese. Let me see who else. Hey Ryan. Okay. Yes. So you guys close the door. Close the door as you come in. We're gonna start this story time in just a second. Well, I'm gonna say in a second, in a few minutes. So I'm giving you guys time to go get your cakes, your snacks, your pies, your chips. You know what I'm saying? Your hot plate, whatever you was cooking or eating, go and get your plate, warm it up, do whatever you gotta do. This is the time to do that. Get your drink, pour it up. Please don't come to your bed, wherever you sit, the living room, watch me eat. Please don't come there without your drink, because don't nobody want. Please take it from me. Your children do not want to go get your damn soda for you. They don't. They don't want to stop playing or watching SpongeBob. Go get your drink because you left it in the kitchen. No. Go on and get all that now because this is the time to do that. I'll be starting story time in 5 minutes. If you're in the bathroom, you need to hurry up. We're not doing that tonight. You need to hurry up, zip it, flip it, flush, wash your hands, sanitize before joining in the living room where everybody else is. Hey, Cherry Blossom. Hey, Marcus. Yes, y'all close the door, close the door, close the door. I see my good people are not closing the door. Close the door. Yes. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking. No, don't look around. Don't scroll through. You. Close the door. Thumbs up live. Thumbs up the live. Yes, thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. Let me know you can hear me good. You can see me good. We're about to get ready to start this story time in a minute. As you know, I didn't really have a lot of tippers last time, so y'all get 2 stories tonight. One of these stories is a long one is a short one. But y'all are guaranteed to like them. So, get your tips ready because Auntie coming for them. Yes, Trina, our condolences. We did keep you lifted up in prayer. Our condolences on your loss of your father. We do our condolences because there's nothing I can say. I know how I felt when I lost my parents and all that stuff that people normally say don't make you feel no better. So I'm not even gonna say all that stuff that people normally say. I'm just gonna say our condolences, baby. Grieve your own way. Hey, Nino, you running late to class. You like 6 minutes late to class. Nino, what were you doing in the hallway? Who was you hollering at? What chick you were hollering at in the hallway so I can reach out to her mom and let her know? Yeah, that y'all up here being hot in the ass. Yeah, who you got hemmed up against the lockers, Nino? Yeah, we'll find out. It's cool. The school got cameras. I was watching my time. Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, school got cameras. We shall see what you were doing. Yes. So you guys come on in, thumbs up the live. Get prepared for y'all 2 stories tonight. We're about to get ready to start in like 3 minutes. So if you're new to my page and you want to know how can I be in story time, Auntie, I be hearing all these people names in story time, and I want to know how to get my name in story time. Well, There are 3 ways you can get your name in story time, okay? So the first way you can get your name in story time is by joining the family. There's a join button on your bottom of my video where you can join the family. It's basically a membership, be a part of the family. And it's only $1.99. $1.99 a month. That's the smallest package I have, $1.99 a month, okay? Now, the second way to get in story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in a story time. Boom, simple, right? Cut and dry, right? The last and final way to get put in story time is to become the biggest tipper. Now, biggest tip starts at like $35. Anybody that get the biggest tip over $35 will be at 3 back-to-back story times. Count them: 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. However, 3 back-to-back story times. So those are 3 ways you can be put in story time, just in case you were wondering. Just in case you was wondering. Destiny, where you been? Lord, have mercy, girl. Did you just fall out the sky? Did she crash through one of y'all houses? I swear she just fell out the sky. You had to crash through somebody's house, didn't you? You didn't probably need to say sorry. You just slammed your ass through the roof of their house, huh? Well, welcome back, love. Welcome back. You know, we keep the light on for you so you can find your way back home. You know, we've been seeing a lot of y'all show up. You know, we had made shirts. We was picketed. The FBI, because they weren't looking for y'all and shit. But, you know, y'all just started just dropping back in like y'all was parachuting back into, the house. So, welcome back. All righty, guys. We're about to get to start that story time. One more time. We got 1 minute before we get ready to start that story time. So don't forget to thumbs up the live. We got 22 people, 19 thumbs. The math ain't mathing. Come on with it. Let me get the thumbs. People, let me get the thumbs. Hey, Justine, you was almost late. You heard the bell about to ring, huh? You heard that bell was about to ring like 1 more minute, huh? Yep, you had to hear that bell like 1 more minute. You heard it was about to ring. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Miss D. Yes, girl, yes. Thank you, Miss D. Now, I had the story I put you in. You don't mind being a freak, do you, Miss D? Hey, we look at you like, like sister. You know what I'm saying? Like cousin. You don't mind being a freak one of the story, do you? I just want to know, because what if you're out, just casually sucking some dick in one of these stories? I'm just saying. I ain't saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying. And would you be okay with that? Just wondering, would you be a freak in the story? Just curiosity. That's all. You can let me know, Miss D. All right, guys. She's like, no problem. Bet it up, bitch. All right, guys. We're about to get ready to start this story time. So go ahead and give it a thumbs if you got everything you need. You got your cakes, your snacks, your pies, your hookahs, your shot glasses, your wine tumblers, everything you need. You hear me? You ready? Come on, give it a thumbs. Put the thumbs in the chat. Put the thumbs in the chat. Not the bell is broken. Bitch, the bell ain't broken. It just went off. You heard it. The bell is broken. It just went off. You heard it. Girl, quit playing. Give them thumbs. Give them thumbs. Give them thumbs. Let me know you guys are ready for the first story of the night. Give them thumbs. Give them thumbs. Hey, Roll, you was almost late, girl. You was almost late. Cause I'm about to get ready to start the story. You was almost late. Almost. Slid it out like you coming through home base on that thing. Why you? Hey, thank you, Trina. And off the rip, Trina is becoming the biggest tipper. So Trina's gonna start this thing off with the biggest tipper at $35. Okay, guys? Moderators, y'all with me? Moderators, y'all with me? Kay, Tay, Nino, Sicky, y'all with me, right? Come on now, I need to see some thumbs. Y'all let me know y'all here, y'all paying attention. I'm glad you back. Destiny. We felt like you lost your way home, but none of your cousins could find you to show your way back home. So, you know what I'm saying? We glad you found your way back, girl. We knew you were good, girl. We knew that bird go remember how to get back to the house, bitch. I knew it. All right, I got my moderators checking in. All right, moderators. Now, here we go. Y'all already know how this go. Girl, if you don't stop all that screaming. Thank you, Jasmine. All right, moderators, y'all already know how this go. I don't know if they're going to jump and want to fight tonight because I ain't even read these cash out messages yet. But I don't know if they want to jump and fight tonight, but yeah, y'all might want to go ahead and keep up. So off the rip, $35. Trina got it off the rip. Okay, so anybody that comes out to Trina, that beat Trina for biggest tipper, got to come out to Trina with that 35. They got to come bigger than 35. Okay, so let's see what Trina message said in her cash app. Hold on, y'all. Let me check. No, we're not doing that. Okay, so let me go ahead and check what Trina message said. And Trina message said, and I quote, y'all ready? She said, Trina's in the motherfucking house tonight. Anybody feeling like they want to jump bag, gotta come across this threshold. Pure. They have a D at the end. Purr. Okay? So, Trina's already taken all challengers. She'll chop your ass in the throat. She been taking jiu-jitsu lately and self-defense classes, so she ready to chop any bitch in the throat that want to run up on that mountain and test her gangster, okay? So I'm just letting y'all know already that's how it's gonna go. Trina's already, she gonna pull some of that matrix shit. Like, come on with it, okay? So that's how it's gonna already go. Now, we about to get ready to start this story time, okay? So our first story has Chastain, Reese, and Evelyn. Can we get perfect attendance? Can we get perfect attendance tonight? Chastain, Reese, and Evelyn, can we get perfect attendance tonight? Look, she's about Trina keep me out the pool quick. Trina's that biggest tipper. Trina's that biggest tipper. But don't you worry. Don't you worry, Miss D. You still gonna be in the story time because you tipped, so you still gonna be in the story time. I'm busy right now, girl. Goodness. Don't you see I'm busy? Hey, Indigo! Yeah, we about to get ready to start this story time. Okay. All right, guys. So, like I said, the first story has Chastain, Reese, and Evelyn. I see Evelyn's in the building. I see Chastain's in the building. Where's Reese? Reese here. Okay. Reese's in the building. Let me make sure. Wait, where's my Reese with a C? Hey, Auntie. Hey, Indigo. You got people in the house with you that can tell you that. Google it or something. I'm busy. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, guys. So I see Reese is not in attendance. She's probably somewhere in the hallway, bent over, touching her toes for no apparent reason. But here we go to our first story. I hope you ladies like it. Like to hear. Here it goes. So Chastain, Reese, and Evelyn, y'all story. So one hot summer night in Georgia, a town meeting was going down. Okay? Nobody knew about it, but this hot summer town in Georgia, right? So at this meeting, all the neighbors in one area is yelling and screaming, and they like, we not getting no help from the fucking board. This ain't fair. We ain't getting no fucking help from the board. So, so the board member, he stands up and he says, anybody that's not a part of the neighborhood that we're discussing at this moment need to leave. So people like, all right, cool. The rest of the neighbors got up left because they weren't really arguing with just this specific neighborhood of people that were going to fuck off in the town meeting. So everybody that wasn't from that neighborhood left. So everybody that was from that neighborhood, they got seated in the front. You know what I'm saying? They closed the doors and everything. So they head the board. He walks back around and he stands in his little seat and he's like, so who the first one want to speak? Everybody started speaking. People started yelling. They were going off screaming and hollering, you know what I'm saying? Yelling and stuff. But Chastain was the first one to walk up to the podium. And, the neighbors got quiet so she could speak. So she walks up to the podium and they say, so please tell us your name and your address so we'll know where you live. So she said, my name is Chastain Brown, and I live at 123 Sesame Street, okay? So they like, okay, so you tell us what's going on. So Chastain was like, well, first off, just to let you know, when I first moved out here, I didn't know anything about the area. I didn't know the history of the area. I didn't know none of that shit. She was like, I saved up all my monies to get into this house because this was the house that I wanted. She was like, but now I'm having like major buyer's remorse and I can't get out of it. I'm stuck in this house. So board members all cocky and shit like, okay, so what's going on? So Chastain said, well, what's going on in my house didn't all start at one time. It didn't all start immediately. She said the first thing I noticed is that the clocks would act weird every night. She said the clocks would just act weird. She said the arms on the clock would just spin on a digital, like on the regular clocks. But on a digital clocks, the numbers would act up. They would change really fast. And she was like, that was the first weird thing she noticed, but it didn't really bother her or anything. She wasn't sweating it or anything like that. She was like, but the shit just, seemed to be weird. Hey, Nurse Graham, you late. Shut up, Chastain. Somebody, I hope I see Elmo on Sesame Street. I can't with you, man. Anyway, she said, and then the next thing she would notice, like in the middle of the night, she would hear her dishes like breaking. So she would jump up, run downstairs to see what's going on, and she would see her fucking dishes flying out of the goddamn cupboard all over the kitchen and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, and it's getting out of hand. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Y'all need to tell us what to do. So the board member was like, so you saw, so you saw who was throwing the dishes. And she was like, what? I didn't see who was throwing the dishes. There's a fucking ghost in my house that's throwing dishes around my goddamn house trying to hurt me. She like, just the other night, I was dragged out of my bed. It's getting worse. And y'all need to help us. And the rest of the fucking neighbors just like roar, yeah, y'all need to fucking help us. And Chastain walks away, from the podium. And then, yeah, y'all need to help us. Y'all need to do something about this shit. So another little cocky board member stands his ass up and he starts laughing. So y'all really gonna sit here and tell me what's muted? I'm muted? I can't be muted. You muted. You did something. It's not me. Y'all can hear me, right? No. So it's not me. I just want to make sure because I don't want to go on with the story. Y'all can't hear me. Okay, so you can hear me? Okay. So Kay, yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's you, Kay. It's not me, it's you, Kay. Okay. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So, after the board members are like, the board member gets up and he's like, so y'all really, want us to believe this fucking ghost in y'all house. And the neighbors are going the fuck off like, we've been telling y'all that, y'all need to fucking help us. They screaming this shit. So all of a sudden, anybody else want to speak because this is bullshit. Reese stands up. She comes up, she stands up at the podium. She said, what you mean this is bullshit? Are you serious right now? You fucking serious right now? And the board member's like, excuse me, you need to introduce yourself so we'll know who you are. And she was like, I'm Reese Cup, you know what I'm saying? And I said, 124 Sesame Street. And they was like, okay, so what's your problem? And she tells me, she was like, well, just to let you know, I didn't know nothing about the history of this area either. I didn't know what the fuck was going on when I moved over here either. She was like, and now out of all the shit that's been going on in my house, I can't fucking leave. I'm stuck. Like, I can't get no help out of this shit, and y'all ain't trying to fucking help us, and y'all need to do something about this shit. So it was like, okay, so what the fuck is going on at your house? She was like, well, when I first moved into my house, shit started. She was like, I noticed that I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't really sleep. She was like, I would wake up every fucking night at 3 o'clock in the morning. Didn't know why. It's not like something woke her. You know what I'm saying? She just would wake up every fucking night at 3 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. And that went on for a week. She said that like a couple weeks after that, she started waking up to her bed, shaking off the floor, like boom, 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 loud shit with her in the bed. It would wake her up out of her fucking sleep with her bed shaking so fucking violently. She said when she goes to jump off her bed, this like silverware comes flying down the dark ass hallway at her as if someone is throwing these fucking knives, forks, and spoons at her. She said she's tried running down the hallway, flipping on the light to see who the fuck is there. There's never anybody there. But this shit happens every fucking night, and she don't know what to do about it. She said, it's just like the young lady that spoke before me, I'm being dragged out of the bed. She said, if it wouldn't have been for me grabbing my doorway the other night, ain't no telling where this shit is trying to take me. Y'all need to fix this shit. We need fucking help. board members go off. The neighbors, they snap and they laugh, oh, y'all need to do something about this shit. We need fucking help here. Board members still ain't hearing this shit. Board members are telling them, look, we discussed this in past meetings. There's nothing going on over there. Y'all are fine. Everything is fine over there. Now, can we end this meeting? It's getting late. It went over as long as it needed to. Can we just go? The neighbors go off. What the fuck? What you mean it's fine? Hold on. No, they going off. And suddenly, a middle-aged woman that looked extremely tired, bags under her eyes and shit. She comes shuffling through all the chaos to the podium. The neighbors see her. They see how she looks. Everybody's like, damn, she must be getting it worse at her house. Like, what the fuck? She shuffles on up to the podium. She gets to the podium. The head of the board say, introduce yourself to the board so we'll know who you are. She says, my name is Evelyn. He said, where do you stay? She said, my name is Evelyn, and I've grown up in this neighborhood. She said, I was born and raised in this neighborhood. She said, now you're sitting here telling all these people, this isn't real, this isn't happening. How can you say that? And the board member's like, nobody believes in ghosts. That's bullshit. Don't nobody believe that bullshit. And she's like, well, ghosts are real. And she says, I'm going to tell you the story of what happened, when me and my husband and, came to stay here. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay, husband, where's your husband? Like, where is he right now? Because you sound crazy. And she's like, oh, I'll explain that, sir, if you just give me time. So the head of the board, shut the fuck up. And she goes into the story. And she says, well, when we first moved here, it was me, my husband. We were expecting, I had a healthy 6-month pregnancy going on. We were super excited. She said when we got to the house, everything was, it seemed okay and everything seemed fine. She said, but then it wasn't fine. So the first thing that I noticed was my husband couldn't sleep. She said he just couldn't sleep. And every time I would ask him why, he would never tell me why. He would just say he couldn't sleep. I would wake up in the middle of the night, having to pee because I'm pregnant, and I would find him sitting at the kitchen table in the dark, just up, saying he couldn't sleep. And I never understood that, but I didn't want to bother him, so I leave him be and I go back to bed. She said then she started to notice that her husband would say he was seeing things in the house. She said that's the last thing she needed to hear because, they're about to have a baby soon and she don't need her husband, with all these crazy ass thoughts. So they go to the doctor and she lets the doctor know he's not been resting. He hasn't been sleeping lately. So the doctor chops it up to him needing some rest. He's hallucinating. His body's about to shut down because he won't sleep on his own. He's hallucinating. Don't take what he says seriously. He's sleep deprived. Make him get some rest. Here's some medication, help him sleep. She said, we come home from the doctor, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's what it is. He's sleep deprived. So she said, they come home, and, she goes to give him the medicine. He says he don't want the medicine. She said, it turned into a big argument. She said her husband finally admits to her that he can't sleep because he hears a ticking clock in his head that's ticking really loud and it never stops. It continues to tick. It's been ticking for like a week now, and he can't get it to stop. He stops up his ears. It seems even louder. He don't know what the fuck is going on, but he don't think the medication is going to stop the sound. So he didn't want to take the medicine. He figured he just need to block it out on his own. It'll be all good. I'm just going to block it out on my own. Okay. So she left him be. She said then every time she went to eat food, it would look old, or maggots were in it, or insects, flies was in it. But he never saw this. He never saw it. She could see an apple as rotten. Like, oh my God, about to vomit. It's worms and maggots coming out of this apple. And he would walk right over and pick this apple up and eat it. He's like, what are you talking about? And when he bites it and shows it to her, it's like a regular fucking apple again. So everything that she tried to ingest, she couldn't. It looked like worms, or it looked like insects or maggots. So every time she tried to eat, she couldn't put nothing in her mouth. Everything was so disgusting, she couldn't eat it. So at this point, the baby's losing nutrition. You know what I'm saying? She's not eating. She's worried about her husband. She's not sleeping. All this shit going on. She didn't know what to do. She says one day she's at work and her husband calls her. She says she picks up the phone and he's in a panic. He's screaming, babe, babe, I see him. I finally see who been in the house. I see him, I see him. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? And he drops the phone, but she can hear him having a confrontation with this demon. He's screaming, I see you, demon. She can hear this on the phone. She can hear him screaming this. I see you, demon. I see you. And he sounds like he's tussling with somebody. And then all of a sudden you hear him scream out in pain, loud as shit. And she, by this time, she's left the office. She's running to her car. She still has the phone on her ear. She's trying to hurry up and get home. He screams this loud, painful scream, and then nothing. She hears nothing. Nothing in the background. She's screaming his name. He's not answering. He's not coming to the phone. She rushes home. She runs in the house, and she finds him in their bedroom. His neck is broken. I'm not talking about just pop. No, I'm talking about his shit is looking at his ass at this point. He's looking, shit is turned all the way around like exorcist type shit, like 180. Pow! He was laying on his chest, yet his face was looking her in her face when she ran in the room. Scared the fuck out of her. So, of course, she calls the police. The police come, and because he's been seeing things according to his doctor and hearing things according to his doctor, they chopped it up to suicide. He was crazy. Okay? I don't know how the fuck you do that. Like, I know it's a lot of ways to commit suicide, but I don't think popping your shit around 180 is one of the ways that people would be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, they chopped it up to suicide because he was considered crazy. Because his doctor told him everything that he had said. He was seeing shit. He was, she told him he was hearing this ticking in his fucking head, and he couldn't get the ticking to stop, and all this shit. So he dies in that home. She says after that, shortly after that, maybe a month after that, she loses the baby. Doctors don't know why. Baby just stopped living. So she loses her baby. She said, this is what's happened to me since I've been in this house. And the board members are looking at her, all shocked and shit. Evelyn's staring at every last one of them down. She's looking all of them in the face. How can you sit there and say ghosts are not real? How do you explain what happened to my husband? He was a Harvard graduate. He wasn't crazy. My husband wasn't crazy. How do you explain that? She stares all of them down. And a cocky one stands up and he's like, well, maybe he was crazy and you didn't know. So Evelyn looks him in the face and she kind of giggles and she said, okay. She said, how about this? She said, how about if I can prove to you there are ghosts in my house, will you agree to help everybody else that live in this neighborhood? At this point, the whole neighborhood is hushed. Everybody's silent. We want to hear the answer for this shit. So his cocky ass stands up and he looks at his board members. And all the board members, they like, shit, yeah. Tell the bitch to prove it. So he says with a cocky, very cocky voice, prove it then. She said, okay, come over to my house. She said, right now, I want everybody. I want the town, the community. I want the neighborhood. I want y'all. I want y'all to come on over to my house. Come on. She said, I don't stay too far from here. I stay right across the street, 3 houses down. Walk with me. I said, okay. So all of them get up all cocky and shit. The neighbors get up. They come out of the little town, little community area they was having their meeting. Everybody begins to walk with Evelyn to her house. Evelyn gets to her house. All the neighbors stand on her lawn. The board members are standing there. Evelyn tells them, she said, go upstairs and look in my bedroom closet. And the board member said, It's nothing. Let's go. So they began to walk in. They look back, Evelyn didn't come in. They like, are you coming in with us? She's like, no, I'm gonna stand out here with my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay out here with them. Okay. So they go on in, you know what I'm saying? And the house is quiet as shit. They looking around all downstairs. Need to clean up around here. That's what need to happen. That's probably where the goddamn ghost is. The ghost of all these damn dead roaches laying on the floor. They talking cash money shit walking through our house. So they go upstairs. He knows the house is just funky. Like, whoa, like, oh my God. Like, this bitch ain't never heard of a bottle of bleach or some spray or something. Like, what the fuck? They like, oh my God, it's trash everywhere. So they like, what the fuck? They go into her bedroom and it's even funkier. It's like, oh my God, like somebody been fucking in garbage truck juice in here. Like, it's funky as fuck. All these men standing there holding those. And he's like, sir, she said, the closet, they go to the closet. Let's just do this so we can get the fuck out of here. It stinks so bad. And the head man, when I was talking shit, you know what I'm saying, he walks over and he just like, oh God. And he snatches open the fucking closet. When he snatches open the fucking closet, all of them vomit. They all, it's vomit going everywhere. Suddenly the bed starts to move. It's shaking up and down, loud as shit. Silverware is flying down the fucking hallway. The clocks are spinning in this bitch. They are hauling ass, throwing up on each other, falling, running, flipping, snatching each other back, trying to get the fuck up out of this house as fast as they could. They come piling up out of this house as if somebody just like shoved all their asses out. They come falling and rolling up out of this house like fucking tumbleweeds, about to knock each other over trying to get this motherfucker. Time they hit the concrete outside the house, motherfucker jumped up. 911, we need a phone, we need ambulance, we need everybody, we need somebody here right now. So everybody, our neighbors on the line, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? They still throwing up. Nobody don't want to talk. Police is rushing. Police get there and they just like pointing at the house and shit. Ambulance, all these people show up, rushing to the house, and you know, they go in and the police come out and they talk to, you know, the board members and everything. The board members are just looking dumb as fuck. They trying to explain what the fuck, like what the fuck is going on. So they come out, you know, they get to talking to the police, everybody calm down, they'll start going up on each other and shit. Everybody calm down. The head board member comes out and he's like, to all the neighbors here, can you guys gather around? So everybody gather around, like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? So he was like, starting tomorrow, we will put in the efforts to take everybody out of this neighborhood and put them into another area with no cost to us, you know, with you. We're gonna move y'all into other houses and we not letting, you know, we're gonna take everybody out. And the neighborhood, like the neighbors was clapping and shit, like, about fucking time, like what was y'all waiting on the shit? So everybody's like, what happened? What happened? They like, we can't discuss it. We're not at liberty to say what happened, we just can't discuss it. So, you know, all the neighbors and shit still standing there, and here comes the fucking ambulance people out the door with a body bag. So all the neighbors are like, wait a minute, didn't she say her husband was already dead? And, you know, they said, you know, police been there, so what the fuck? They overhear the head man telling one of the policemen, I swear to God, she was standing in our town meeting tonight. And they hear the policeman say, that woman's been dead for over a week. And he says, no, sir. And he turns around and he asks the neighbors, can you guys come in? Can you guys come in? And everybody's like, what? And he's like, who was talking at the town meeting tonight? And of course, Chastain, she comes forward. She's like, I spoke. They're like, okay, yes, that's Chastain. She spoke. Who else? And then, you know, of course, Reese comes forward. She like, I spoke. And the police, you know, okay, yeah, she did. Who the third person to speak? And everybody was like, she said her name was Evelyn. So they looked at the crowd like, where's Evelyn? Evelyn, can nobody find Evelyn? And the police was like, are you guys sure y'all, you know, this lady spoke tonight at the town meeting? And everybody, all the neighbors were like, yes, like she's the reason these motherfuckers are finna help us now. Like, yes. And the cop looks at all of them and he's like, that's impossible. That lady's been dead for a week. And everybody in the neighborhood jaw hit the ground. No. You talking about the lady that was just, no. And they roll the body out And she comes out with, the sheet on her and every little body bag sheet thing on her and shit. She's coming out, and the man was like, can you identify her? He asked the head man, like, can you identify her? Based off what you saw tonight, can you identify her? He was like, hell yeah, I can point her out. Go over there, unzip the bag, and of course, all the neighbors are like, you know what I'm saying? Unzip the bag, and he looks in, the smell hits him, and he's just like, oh. And he looks in, and everybody looking at us like, he like, that's her that they was talking to us tonight. And the cops are like, that's fucking impossible. Slave been dead for a week. The neighborhood was shook. Everybody was fucking shook. Like, that was her. Everybody was confirming it to the next neighbor. Bitch, that was her. Like, real shit, that was her. Couldn't believe it. So everybody in the motherfucking town knew that Evelyn proved that ghosts were real, and that is why everybody was uprooted and moved somewhere else. Evelyn died of starvation. Starvation. She didn't eat. She refused to eat. She said everything like fucking insects and bugs. So she died of starvation. She was just in the closet, like cropped over in the closet, and she died of fucking starvation right in the fucking closet. Which people couldn't understand because it was like, it was food there. But, if you heard the story, then you know. But the people that stayed around their neighborhood, because it was a big little area, so the people that stayed around the neighborhood, of course, the gossip was like, what happened to the lady? Like, did she kill herself? Only the neighbors that moved out of that area knew the truth and was told not to tell anybody. Not to tell anybody what happened that night at the town meeting. Everybody just got uprooted, moved to new houses in another neighborhood. They ended up knocking down all the houses that was in that fucking area. They knocked all the houses down and everything, and just like left that shit as grass. Like, it's just grass over there. Like, it's their property. They can build on it, but they refuse to build on it. So it's like, it's just grass now. So, I mean, you can walk, Roger over there, he can walk around or run and play, but that's as far as you go. They don't build shit on that area. That's just like a big area that belongs to the fucking apartments that they don't build on. So, yeah, so apparently they saw her fluid-filled, decaying body in their closet, and that's what fucked everybody up. And after that shit that happened in that house, the board members took everybody's complaints seriously about when it came to like shit was going on, because only the people that was in that town meeting in the neighborhood like really knew what was going on, right? So after one of the people, one person that told me this story, she started to do research. She started to research the area to try to find out what the fuck was going on over there. Guess what she finds out? Do y'all remember the story I told y'all about the Storytime family? Do anybody remember that story about the Storytime family that I told y'all about? The family that had their land in Georgia. The little boy, their son, got beat by a fireplace poker that came floating down the hallway all on his own. It's records of that shit in Georgia's history. The poker came flying down the hallway all on its own and beat the fuck out of this little boy and then went all the way back to the goddamn fight. Y'all remember that story, right? The Storytime family? This is where their land from back in the day is now that apartment property. And that is where those fucking houses sat. Where the Storytime house used to sit. So she figured out why, well, not all the way why, but she figured out that it's not the houses, it's the land. So the Storytime family, yeah, they were like one of Georgia's first recorded paranormal situations to happen. You can Google it, you can find it, but it's Storytime with an S. But yeah, they was one of the first families in Georgia history to have a paranormal situation that happened that people actually believe, took claim to. People At first, people didn't believe them when they were saying all this shit was going on in their house. People didn't believe them, so they decided to go on national TV and invite people to come to their fucking house and see, you know what I'm saying, if they was lying. And sure as shit, people was getting there, and they was like, those people was not lying. It's in recorded history that that's the very first haunting to happen in Georgia like that. And scientists went out there, couldn't explain what the fuck was going on. They had no idea what the hell was going on on their property. All that shit was unexplained. People saw it with their own fucking eyes. Shit hit people, dishes flew at people, all kind of shit. So yeah, it's in Georgia's history, but they happen to have put these houses on that land and take that shit. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't go too good. But yeah, that was you guys' first story. This is your brief intermission where you can go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie, and meet me back here in 2 to 3 minutes for the last story of the night. Thank you, Evelyn. I hope you like the story. Thank you, Lala. I'm gonna be back fully back Monday. So Lala said she's gonna be fully back Monday. Okay. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's why research is crucial. But see, they didn't know. Nobody thought to do that. You don't think to do that. Like everyday normal people don't think to Google, look up research on how they gonna move into. You look at how this shit built, nice area, bus line, plenty of shopping. Oh, I'm good. Nice schools, I'm good. You don't go as far as let me see if these fucking apartments is on a hunted burial ground. You don't go that fucking far, and nobody did go that far. You know what I'm saying? So that's why nobody knew until somebody decided to go that fucking far.
Hey family, I know how sensitive this microphone is, and I know y'all can hear me screaming. I want to point out I am not being abused. I am not being brutally murdered. I am just excited.
That's how her conversation goes with her friends. They always talk loud like that.
Except my mama don't like this phrase, so.
We be in here just like, are you alive? Yes!
Like, yeah, so. I'm not dead. I'm not dying. My heart is just pounding really hard.
Really, really hard. Yes, y'all gone over and tip y'all auntie. All the way y'all can get 3 stories if I get enough people to tip. So y'all gone over and tip your auntie. Boom, boom, boom. You can do it through Cash App, YouTube, however you like. Trina's still on top. Just let y'all know. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. We're gonna get ready to start the last story of the night. Go ahead and close the door if you haven't already. Close the door. Close the door. That means thumbs up the live. Close the door. Y'all, close the door. Close the door. Thumbs up the live. Go over and tip your auntie so you can be in the story time. All right, guys. If you guys are back and ready for the last story of the night, go ahead and give them thumbs. Give them thumbs. Give them thumbs. I'm glad you liked it, Evelyn. That's how you know Chastain couldn't. She didn't say nothing. See? You couldn't class door class. Mm-hmm. Come on, give them thumb. Let me know y'all are ready. Let me know y'all are ready for the last story of the night. And the last story of the night is going to be a Lake Lanier story. So you might want to get your shot glasses ready because it's about to be a Lake Lanier story. This one might y'all might like this one a little better, I guess. I ain't get too many tips for the last one, so I guess y'all don't like the last one too much. Y'all might like this one a little better. Alrighty, guys. We're about to get ready to start the last story of the night. Last story of the night has Tay Tay and Keita. Tay Tay and Keita. Are you ladies here? Tay Tay and Keita, are you ladies here? Tay Tay's in the building. Keita, are you here? Check your Insta. Okay, I will. Where's Keita? Is Keita here? She was here earlier. Okay, baby, tell your mama that's fine. And we said we will keep her lifted up in our prayers and to get better soon. Okay. See, she ain't on here. See, she ain't on here. She couldn't too. All right, guys. Well, Tay Tay, I hope you like your story, love. Like to hear, here goes. Now, Tay Tay and Keita work for a dive team here in Georgia. Okay. So one Saturday morning, they get a call from their boss. And their boss says, we're going down to Lake Lanier to clean, like clean the bottom of the lake. Not so much as the very bottom, but area that people walk in, make sure there are no bottles or cans or anything they can cut their feet on, you know what I'm saying? And since they really didn't dive too long, they was like, hell yeah, we down. So Tay Tay and Keita gets to Lake Lanier, and their boss is there, and a couple other co-workers are there, and they go out on the boat. So they got on the boat. She said, just to, before we start to clean up, I just thought maybe you guys want to just take a couple dives, out here in the deep part, see what you come up with. Now these dive teams normally like rescue important shit like $300 lace fronts, Bentley car keys, $150,000 diamond earrings, shit like that. This is what they do. So, you know what I'm saying? They just, get a chance to do a little deep dive just to see what they can find. If they find anything down there, so be it. So the boss says, I'm going to put you guys with the buddy system. You're going to have one buddy with you at all times. So if anything happens, somebody's with you. Okay, cool. Tay Tay and Keita got paired up. Okay, cool. So the boss was like, I'm going to drop y'all right here. Y'all go ahead and do a couple dives. You know what I'm saying? Then come on back up. She's like, now when you go down, if it starts to get dark and you can't navigate the water too well, turn around and come back up. If you can't see, she said, be careful. There are trees and fish lines down there in the bottom. So be careful. You don't want to get caught on the fish line and then you can't get your ass back up. So everybody's taking heed to the warning, like, okay. So she tells them, go ahead, go down. So Tay Tay and Keita get in the water. They get in the water, they stay like first 30 feet. They, just looking around. Tay Tay got her little camera and she, take pictures on the water. So she's just looking around and stuff. And she's like, let's go on down a little deeper. So Keita like, all right, let's do that. So Tay Tay and Keita go on down a little deeper. Now at this point, they done got like 60, maybe 70 feet according to the equipment. They probably like 60, 70 feet down. Now at this point, Keita's like, hey, Tay Tay, let's just go back up because it's starting to get dark and I don't want us to get, fucked up down here, like caught up on anything. So she like, all right, let me just take this picture right quick. And before she can say right quick, she's snatched down. She's going down in the water. All Keita can see is the flashlight, you know what I'm saying, that's in Tay Tay's hand. So she's starting to go down and she can hear Tay Tay like screaming like, Keita, help me. So she's going down and Keita's just following the light. She instantly starts to swim down too. She's following the light. She's going down. It is getting dark and dark and dark and dark. And now it's like all she sees is this fucking flashlight. All she sees is Tay Tay's flashlight. So she's swimming as fast as she can, trying to keep up with this flashlight, but Tay Tay's sinking fast. So she's going down. She's like, it's completely dark. Even when she looks up, she can't even see the sun. It's so dark where she is. So now that she's like going this far down, she sees Keita light go down and then like go out of like view where she couldn't see it. So she swam down to where she lay and saw it, and she saw Keita's light over to the side. So she's like, she see it over to the side. So she swims over to the light, and sure shit, Tay Tay is there. And she's close to Tay Tay. Tay Tay's crying. She's like, my leg is hurting. Something grabbed my leg is hurt. And she looks down, looks at her little thing to see how deep down it is. And they got like 125, 130 feet down. Like how far down they're gonna went. It's dark as shit. They can't see nothing. So they just feeling each other. You know what I'm saying? She got her flashlight. They can do that, but this flashlight is nothing compared to the darkness down there. They can only see like right in front. Like I gotta have a flashlight this close just to see your face. Like this shit ain't lighting up none of this. You know what I'm saying? So she got this light and she got it in Tay-Tay's face. And she's like, let me see your camera. Let me see your camera. So Tay-Tay gives her the camera and she takes a picture. And it lights up a little bit. And she noticed they are at the back door of a house. Fully fucking constructed house. She's like, what the fuck? So she, she gets the flashlight again and she turns and when she flashes the camera that time, she sees pale people like walking their way, like out of the darkness, coming towards them fast and shit, like some Silent Hill type shit. Like the nurses from Silent Hill, these pale looking people are coming towards them. So it's like, what the fuck? She tells Tay-Tay like, bruh, it's some shit coming. Like, come on. She grabs Tay-Tay. They like go through this window. The window didn't have no glass, so they went through the window. They go inside this fucking house, and they are like hiding inside of this house. You know what I'm saying? Like just waiting for this shit to like go away. They scared to like flash the light. They scared to flash the camera. It's just like sitting there. And then now it's like they sat there for a couple minutes, and now these oxygen tanks are starting to like beep, like we're running out of air. So it's like, bitch, we gotta do something. Tay-Tay, like my fucking leg hurt bad as shit. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. I ain't seen it. I just know it hurt bad as hell. So this is what we're gonna do. Keep like, let me see the camera. Keep gets the camera. She flashes it. She don't really see nobody outside. So she like, come on, we finna go. We gotta go up. We gotta go careful. We don't want to get caught up on nothing, but we gotta go now. So Tay-Tay like bet. So Keita grabs Tay-Tay by the back part of her oxygen tank, and they come out of this house through this window, and they maneuver carefully through these fucking wires, never looking down, scared to even shine a flashlight now, scared they gonna see these fucking people coming up under them. So it's like we never looking down. She just grabs Tay-Tay, and they are going up as slow as they can, trying to maneuver through fucking fish wire, like fish wires and shit, and tree branches, and they finally make their way back up. When they get back up, like out of the water, they both is snapping. Like, where the fuck have y'all been? We almost called goddamn parts out here. Like she was going off. And Key was like, help me, Tay-Tay's hurt. Tay-Tay hurt. And they pulled Tay-Tay into the boat. They pulled Keita into the boat. Tay-Tay had deep ass gashes, like 8 deep ass gashes, like going down her foot from the back of her calf down her fucking leg, like deep as shit. And they like, what the fuck happened to her? And she was like, I don't know. Something grabbed her. And they rush out of the water and everything and go to the hospital and get her leg and shit, looked at and get everything synced back with her. But the boss comes in after they, she had to go into surgery and everything. So the boss comes in and she asks Keita, like, what the fuck? What the fuck were y'all doing? So Keita told her exactly what happened. And the boss was like, bullshit. She said, there is no house still constructed underwater like that. That is bullshit. She's like, I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing or why y'all were playing around, but you don't play like that. And she asked Tay-Tay too, and Tay-Tay told her the exact same shit. The house, we hid in the house until the people, and the boss was like, y'all are, you know what? You're fired. You're fired. Y'all, I'm not playing this game with y'all. I'm done. I'm not playing this game with y'all. Y'all fired. So Tay-Tay was like, you can't fire us. You can't fire us. You got no reason to fire us. She like, I do. She's like, because y'all lied about where y'all was when y'all supposed to be working. Y'all was playing. That's how she put it, shit. So Tay-Tay and thank you, Reese, wherever you are, because I ain't seen you in the chat, but you late. So that's why. Thank you. So the boss, she went the fuck off on Tay-Tay and, Keita about this shit. And it was like, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So after Tay-Tay gets out the hospital, Tay-Tay tells Keita to come over. So Keita comes over and she says, I got this friend that works for another diving company. And I told him what happened. She said, my friend told me he can go down there and he can get pictures to prove that there is a fully fucking constructed house down there that we hid in to get away from this shit. He could prove that we were not lying. She was like, really? She's like, really? He's that fucking good. Like, really? Okay. So call your friend. They do. She called her friend. They go out there to Lake Bill. He asked a lot of questions, you know what I'm saying? She told me about 120, 125 feet down. You know, we was in that area over there. Gave him roughly the coordinates and shit they was when they went out there. Bro man goes out there, take them out there with him. And they get to go onto the water. And they get into that area where, you know, they get into the area where where they said it happened. So they go down. And yeah, he gets to looking through his little sonar and everything. And lo and behold, he finds a fucking house down there. Like real shit, he finds a fully fucking constructed house under the water. He takes pictures of this shit to give to them so that they can show their boss that they were not lying. And I'm trying to pull these pictures up for y'all. They're my phone. Give me a second. So I hate this phone. Okay. I gotta find the pictures. But yeah, so basically he goes down now. Yes, I'm trying to find the pictures for y'all. And it's making me mad. So he goes down there. He takes his camera and everything down now. And when they get sure as shit, when they get down now, it's a fucking fully constructed house. He even took pictures. He even took pictures of a fully constructed bridge that was down there as well. Hold on, Chastain. I'm finna look now. Thank you, Chastain. Even though your ass was late. Thank you. You all in my class. Just like skipping. So yeah, I can't believe I can't find these fucking pictures. Okay, that's it. So, let me see. Let me pull them up. So basically, the house was. Hold on. He basically, when he got pictures of what the house used to look like before it went under the water, and then he took like sonar pictures of the house in that area to show that those were that was the actual house that they were in. And by them showing these pictures to their boss, she believed them and they were rehired. But they decided to turn down the job and go to work with their friend who got the pictures for them. So I am retrieving these pictures for you guys right now, and I'm gonna pull them up so y'all can see them yourself. I'm gonna show y'all the pictures of the house of what it looked like before, and then I'm gonna show you guys the sonar pictures that they have of what the house looked like under the water at Lake Lanier. Also, I'm going to show you guys the picture of the bridge that is still constructed under the water at Lake Lanier. Like I've been telling y'all for years, but I know a lot of people didn't believe me. But yeah, it's about. So she tells them how far down she went and everything. So after she tells him how far down she went, he goes down that far, and sure as shit, he finds the fucking house. And the house is. Oh, he made me so sick. Okay, so this is what the house looked like before it went up under the water. As you can see, it's constructed like almost in a rectangular shape. You see the top where the trees are. It's almost like a square type shape, right? So that is the house that they say they were hiding in to get away from all these people. After going under his radar, his sonar, this is what his sonar produced. Once he sent it into the water to in that area, as you can see, same construction. Also, this was another picture that he took of it from a different angle. So you can see underwater. As you can see up here at the top, it says he was like, what, 120 feet down or something. So yeah. Also, this was the bridge that he took a picture of from underwater. It's like 100, as you can see up there, 120 feet deep. The bridge is still constructed. You can still drive over that shit if you wanted to. Yeah. And this is how it looked on this like 3D camera, just to show you the bridge under the water. As you can see, it's a tree in the background and everything. So yeah. So they took those pictures. Showed them to the boss. You know, let that bitch eat her words. You know what I'm saying? Let her put a little salt and pepper on them words before she digested them real good. And they showed her the pictures, and she believed, she was like, I can't believe it's still a whole building down there that's still constructed. And the friend from this other dive team told her, oh yes, we got pictures of tons of shit that's still constructed in the office that's under, Lake Lanier. We've been on so many dives, and she was just like fascinated. She couldn't believe that shit. But she offered to get them the job back. They didn't want that shit back. They went to the other dive team because it was like, hell no, we good. You didn't believe us when we told you this shit was down there. So, yeah, those were the pictures that were taken with his water sonar cameras to show that the house was still constructed down there. So, like I said, they were hiding in this house. So, I'm assuming one of these windows was broken that they went into and hid. But you see, the ground is right here. So, these people probably was walking on this driveway when they saw them or something. And then, his pictures of the sonar with the water, camera. As you can see, it's the same build. Got that same little gap at the top of the building. See the same little gaps at the top of the building? Yep, same little gaps at the top of the building. And then that picture has the same little gaps at the top of the building. And then that picture definitely shows the gaps at the top of the building. So, yeah. And then, the bridge, of course, is still constructed underwater. Yep. Mm-hmm. And how we look with the 3D camera. So, here's a whole big Georgia pine in the background. Yeah. So, they decided to go work for a company, and they do all type of interesting dives like that all the time now. The company that they work for don't believe in, trying to get the tea about Oscarville. They work. That has nothing to do with us. We just go down and get our stuff and come back. They type people, so can't really get no info out of them about, other scary type dives they've done. But yeah. But that was you guys' last story of the night. Did I do good with the last story? Did I do good with the last story? Yeah, it's gonna sound like that chest line. Yes, that she's screaming. So yeah, did I do good? Did I do good? Come on now, let your auntie know if I did good. Okay, Tay. Thank you, Kay. So it was Miss D, Trina. Trina's our biggest tipper for tonight. Congratulations, Trina! He's somebody know retell that story you were talking about. I just told the story. That's why we got a replay game, Marcus, so I can retell it for you. Thank you, Marcus. So it was Miss D, Trina, Jasmine, Lala, Evelyn, and Chastain, and Reese. So Reese, Chastain, Evelyn, Lala, Jasmine, Trina, Miss D. I said Evelyn. I called your name Evelyn. Reese, Chastain, Evelyn, Lala, Jasmine, Trina, Miss D. With the C. Right.
Oh, what are you doing here? Please.
What you talking about, Tay?
Have something.
Yes, Trina, you are the biggest tipper tonight, girl. So you will be at 3 back-to-back story times, girl. So that's 1 this week, 2 next week. Reese, yeah, Reese with a C. Yeah, Reese with a C. All right, you guys. I'm so glad you enjoyed story time tonight. I enjoyed giving it to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for story time. I love y'all. Stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off of Big Girl unless she earns it. Also, y'all, say hello again to our new member, Destiny. Destiny, you will have a special thank you from me on the community page as well as your name in the story time too, love. So thank you so much. And I love you. Roll by my shoes. What we get the stories from Tennessee that you couldn't finish. I'll go back through my live and see which ones it was and pull them back out and get them for you, Roll Live. It'll probably be like a bonus story or something. But yeah, just let me look for it and I get it. Because normally when I get rid of telling these stories, I get rid of the story so it won't get told again by accident. So yeah. But I'll check it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me for story time. Y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off of unless she earns it. Love y'all. Good night. See y'all tomorrow, 7:30. Be on time, punctual.